Hi guys, it's Chris with City Your Homestead. Time for supper. I'm dealing with customer service, so I'm at wit's end. Alright, so we're going to do a soup today. We're going to do two of them this week, actually. So the first thing that I need to do with this one is we're going to dice up an onion finely. And if you could, please like, share, subscribe. I lost 6 people over the weekend. I hate when that happens. And, you know, comment and do all those fun things. Love having you guys here. Now, normally, I would not eat mushroom soup. Because, you know, I think of cream of mushroom. And I know some people eat it. But for me, it's more of a, you know, cook with soup. But when I seen this, I was like, whoa. Hey, that looks pretty good. So I'm going to try that. I don't know how much soup it produces, so we'll see. And if it's not enough for Tom's lunch tomorrow, then he will go down and get some of his meatloaf or soup or something to take for work tomorrow. But it just looked so amazing. And I imagine if you wanted to, this is like a meatless one, but I imagine you could add meat to it too as well. Or you could just leave it meatless. No biggie. So we're going to put that in this pan. And we are going to start. We just want them to get sauteed. So I need to get a bowl. 1 second here. While that's cooking up, I was going to make a side salad for today. But, well, the lettuce wasn't any good. I bought it on clearance, and it looked good, and then when I opened it up, it was not good. So I'm just going to do something weird. I'm going to take a bunch of radishes that I need to get used up. And I'm going to get these chopped up nice. I wonder if I should do... No, I'll leave it like that. I've already washed these and everything else before I put them into the bag. I know normally I'd use cucumbers with this, but because I did have one cucumber, and actually I looked at them today when I went to Horrocks, and they were only 58 cents, but they had so much of that, you know, that oily substance they put on the outside of it. It just, like, I don't know. I'm like, no. And they weren't very big. They were pretty small. So I'm like, I'm not doing that. No. I should have grabbed a couple more tomatoes that I need for tomorrow, and I didn't do that either. I did get 10 pounds of chicken. They didn't have much out, and he said that was all he could get prepped up for now, so if I go back later this week, I can get more. But I could get the 10 pounds, so that's what I got. And then I bought some little mini tomatoes. They had these for $1.19 today. So I'm just going to cut those, a few of those up. I don't want a big side salad or anything like that because the soup should be filling enough. But I thought, well, I'll do a little bit of something. And I might end up using the rest of these up tomorrow, since I forgot to buy another tomato today. Live and learn, right? I'll do that one a couple of times. I got that up going too high. So then I'm just going to put just a little bit of Italian dressing in it. Just enough to give it some taste. Whoops. And the lid went on the floor. And then I'm just going to stir it up. So we'll have just a little bit of that on the side. I think that'll be plenty. All right. So put that off here. Sometimes my countertop feels like I just don't have enough space. All right. See, they aren't quite translucent, but they're getting there. All right, so now this one, let me close this back up. This one, we are working with none other than cottage cheese. I'm sorry if I seem frazzled, but I'm trying to move my entire book of business over to a different processing company. And yeah, it's been just a little bit stressful because there's a lot of people we don't have moved yet. So it's kind of scary that my income might drop. You know, people might not do it. It's kind of stressful. So we're going to take a cup of the cottage cheese that I just wore on my shirt. And we're going to put that in here. There we go. I know I'm licking my fingers, but that's life. Then I'm going to take my little food processor and we're going to pour that in there. So this is why you wouldn't need to have meat, because it will have protein in it. So basically, we want to just puree this. Not quite. Alright, so the next thing we want to add, it says 2 cloves of minced garlic. I'm just dropping everything today, I tell you. Then we want to use a package of 8 ounces of mushrooms. Just like so. And then we just want to cook those just till the mushrooms soften up a little bit. And I'll be back when we're ready for the next step. Okay, so now we want to add 4 cups of veggie broth. And this is my home canned veggie broth. I know, quite a few steps, isn't there? But it just looked like it tastes so, so good. And I think Tom will probably have to go downstairs and get something for tomorrow, because that's probably just enough soup for us for tonight. Oh, this looks good. Hold on, guys. Isn't that beautiful? So now it wants you to bring it to a simmer, and you want to cook that for 10 to 15 minutes so that you can let the flavors kind of meld. Oh, then we got to put in, I'm sorry, salt and pepper. It asks for thyme, and we don't like that, so we're not putting thyme in there. And remember, I don't salt my broth or anything, so adding salt will not be like a big thing. And then, so instead, I'm going to add some parsley to it. It says you can garnish it with parsley, so I figured just adding to it would be just fine. So I'm going to get all that stirred in there, mixed in. And we're going to cook that for 10 minutes. I had a last change your mind thing. I had some bread I was going to use for something else this week, And that's okay, I'll replace it. So I thought I'd put some butter on some bread and a little bit of garlic powder. And then when everything gets melted, I'm going to pull it out and do something else with it. This bread smells really, really good. So now I'm going to take some of that Gouda that I shredded up the other day, and I'm going to put that on top of the bread. The soup also has me doing something else, and I'm not going to do it. It wants you to immersion blend the whole soup, and I'm not doing that. I like mushrooms, and so I want to be able to taste the mushrooms and feel them in my mouth and all that stuff. Alright, so let's put this back in the oven and let it melt. I think that should be really good. Whoops. Alright, so then we're going to turn that soup off. And I've already blended my cottage cheese. So what I'm going to do is add it to my soup. And this is where they want you to do the immersion blender. And then you know, chop up all your mushrooms and everything else in it. And I'm not going to do that part of it. And what's funny is that the picture of it does not show the mushrooms being all ground up. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Alright. Now we want to get that mixed in there really nicely. And you know that cottage cheese will melt more. And then I'm not sure what this is for, but it says to put 1 tablespoon of lemon juice in it, and I'm not sure why. Now you just put it back on the stove on low for 5 minutes. If it looks like it's got to be, you know, blended after this, then I'll do it. I do have an immersion blender, so that's not a big deal. So if it seems like it should be something that's blended, we'll do it. But right now, I don't want to. I'll be back. All right, so I did decide to immersion blend a little bit of it. So you can still see the mushrooms in there, but they're not big, bulky pieces. I mean, there's a couple that are still nice sized pieces in there, so it's the best of both worlds. So here we go. Look at that. And I did add a little bit of that Gouda cheese to it, so let's give it a try. Tom just tried to call in, so I imagine that means he's on his way home. Oh, you know what? He's got the chiropractor tonight. That is good. That's really good. It's not so overpowerful, but it's not so underpowerful either, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to put this back on the stove with the top, and I'll meet you at the table when he gets home. Well, hi, Tom.
Hello.
How'd the cracker do on you?
He cracked me pretty good.
Did he?
No, snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies.
Well, this is that mushroom soup. I already put your crackers in there. Crushed them up and everything for you.
Wow.
I know. But I'm so mean to you.
I'm so
I want you guys to look at these. These are what we bought at Bronson. They're mini crackers. Aren't they cute? Nice and crisp too. Here, you can try some homemade garlic bread. And I put some of that Gouda cheese on top.
Good.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
And how's the soup?
Delicious.
I know it looks kind of weird, but it does taste really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a little side salad over there for you. You don't have to test that because you've already eaten that kind before.
Mm-hmm. Tomatoes and radishes.
Yep.
And tasty sweet.
Yep.
Yep. I've had that one before.
So winner, mushroom dinner?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. You guys have a blessed night. Be a blessing, and goodbye, Tom.
Goodbye, Tom.
You guys have a great night.